We're still up on the tripod. So I believe what we're looking at here is called the Sydenham River. Now, that should, to the best of my understanding, take me around to English Falls. But here is some information on the spawning cycles in the Sydenham River. Salmon, trout and char life cycles. So I guess that's the fish that we may see here. But there's rainbow trout, chinook, salmon, brown trout. Hey. Wow. Some pretty interesting information. Hey. It's a great day out here. So yeah, it's Sunday. I believe, yeah, Sunday, September 29. And as I've said, it's day 27 of our northbound through hike to Tobermory. We did take a zero in Owen Sound. It'll be probably, unless something changes, it'll probably be the only zero I take on this hike. From here, I'm kind of guesstimating, and it is only a guesstimation, 10 days to Tobermory. But again, so much depends on terrain, or difficulty of terrain, weather, and so on. Today's weather is nice. We do have some days of rain coming. But so far, we've done reasonably well overall with weather on this hike. We have had thunderstorms, we've had rain days, we've had rain nights. But overall, we've done fine. A little bit more about my new pack. Probably see it back there. So it's an Osprey. See the Osprey, and it's the 70 litre AG anti-gravity. I believe it's the Athena. Is that what it's called? I think it's the Osprey Athena 70 litre AG. I believe that's correct. In Canadian dollars, it was $389, so $390. For being a member of the Bruce Trail Association, I got a 10% discount with my card. So that was $39 off. So that actually wasn't bad, because this particular pack is probably one of the best, if not the best, in this category of a 70 litre pack you can get. I'm just going to change hands here. Excuse me. Sorry, that's better. The pack I was using, the Inca 80 litre, I left that with my Trail Angel, and I will pick that up and return that for probably an exchange. I don't think I'll get a refund, but possibly a store credit or an exchange for a new one, because it just fell apart. But that was an 80 litre, and I did notice the difference in that 10 litres. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that I use the Thermarest folding foam sleep pad, and I keep it on the inside of my pack, so that takes up a lot of space right there, probably 20 plus litres right there. If I go to like a Neo Light Air, it's a quarter of the size, which would free up a heck of a lot more space, which is probably what I'll end up doing. And I could have bought one yesterday at the same place I picked up the backpack, but I decided not to. I'll just continue with what I'm using right now, because money just does not grow on trees. But once I do eventually pick up the Thermarest Neo Light Air, then this 70 litre will be absolutely perfect. I'm delighted with it so far. I've only been wearing it 2 or 3 hours, but did take the first hour or so, or a few kilometers on the trail, to keep stopping and making adjustments. And there's a lot of adjustment points on this thing. But once I started to get them figured out, all of a sudden the pack started to kind of show me this, hey, this is what we can do, this is what we're all about, this is what anti-gravity means, this is how we fit. It started to show me the qualities of a premium backpack. So far, Obviously this isn't a review. This is my first day with the pack, but so far I'm very happy, and the build, zipper quality, stitching quality is awesome. Material, great. Okay, enough babbling. Let's carry on down the trail. So right now it's just morning. I don't know, 10 a.m. maybe? Don't know. But if this was 7 p.m., 6 p.m. tonight, absolutely perfect camp area. Over in the corner, out of the way. Picnic tables. And then I've just noticed there's like a dry stone building over here. Let's go take a look real quick. See what this is all about. A shelter of some kind. Wow. Yeah. Dry stone building. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. Beautiful spot. Absolutely beautiful. We've just entered into what they call the Escarpment Discovery Center here at Inglis Falls. Now, it's really quite interesting, full of information. Wow. Look at that. So here's a map. I gotta watch out for the reflections, I know, but we'll try to do it without reflections. So Owen Sound is where we are right now. The Bruce Trail will continue up through here, around to Wiarton. That's our next kind of major location in about 3 days. And from there, it'll continue all the way up to the northern terminus here in Tobermory. So yeah, right now we're around 255 kilometers or so, maybe 250 kilometers to our destination in Tobermory. Interesting. Okay. Right ahead of us is the dam. So I guess it's the Sydenham River Dam. That's pretty interesting too. And then on this side, I guess, the actual Inglis Falls themselves. Well, let's see if we can position ourselves a little better in this park area, which is a beautiful little spot, and as I said, would be perfect for stealth camping, but way too early in the day. It's just morning time, mid-morning maybe. But anyhow, wow. Yeah, look at this place. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful canyon down there. Wow. Wow. Some beautiful views. So this is a park setting. Tourists come here, day tourists, through hikers, day hikers, all kinds of things come, all kinds of people come through here. Yeah. Wow. Take a look at that. Absolutely amazing. Inglis Falls, isn't that beautiful? And look at those rapids down there. We're definitely going to come back here with our photography equipment. Obviously it's not something we're going to be doing today. Definitely an image to be captured here. Okay. Stopping pretty much right here on the trail. Got my little stove working, boiling some water. I'm doing potatoes with jerky, mild sausage. and maybe a bagel with that. So yeah, this is going to be my chair right here, hopefully. So yeah, we're kind of having a lunch right here on the trail. There's the trail right to the side of me. So I'll stand back a little bit so you can maybe see the trail heading ahead. I'm just slightly to the right. My new Osprey bag, I'm loving the color, by the way. I love those bronze colors. It's very similar to the color of a car that I sold a couple of years ago now, but it was a beautiful little color car. I liked it. Yeah, the trail behind me, this is where we came from. So we're now on, I guess it's the west side, we'd call it the west side of Owen Sound. And we will shortly pass by the rest of the city and start to head out again into the open areas and head towards Wiarton, which again is probably 3 days away, 2.5, 3 days away from now. So I'm going to enjoy my lunch with a coffee, and I'll talk to you soon. It's day 27. Talk to you a bit. We're walking alongside a major highway, only for a short distance. You can see the Trailblaze marker right on this post over here. Take a look at that sign. Tobermory, and then the ferry, the Chichiman, 103 kilometers. Well, that's, first of all, great to actually see a sign that's got Tobermory written on it. That is awesome. Secondly, the 103 kilometers is a straight road to Tobermory from where we are right now. However, the Bruce Trail is 1,000,000 miles away from a straight road. From here, it's around 245 kilometers along the Bruce Trail. Hey, I just wanted to show you this sign. It is uplifting to see a sign with Tobermory written on it. Okay, let's continue. Now, just for a point of interest, something I find on a through hike is not necessarily thinking about the ultimate goal, but giving yourself kind of baby goals. Like, for instance, when I left Owen Sound this morning, I knew I had about 257 kilometers to go to finish this hike in Tobermory. I also knew I had 87 kilometers to go to Wiarton, where I'm going to be resupplying. So my immediate goal, other than get through the day, is to get to Wiarton and enjoy the resupply. Maybe a night in a motel, recharge batteries, take a bath, laundry, that kind of thing. Who knows? We'll see what's available. But that's the goal, which is 3 days. Not 10 days, not 100 days, not 25 days, just 3 days. From there, you plan your next goal. Could be Lion's Head, could be, you know what, there's 6 days left, I'm just pushing into Toby, done. Whatever the goal may be. But rather than thinking of the whole hike, I like to think of smaller goals. Seems to work out just fine. Yeah. Just wanted to tell you that. Oh. So here's the trail that I've just come down, and here's where I'm going, back into the forest, which is fine. But right here, right now it's about 5:15, maybe 5:30-ish, gray sky. But right here is an area right off the trail that I think I could make a reasonable campsite out of for tonight. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. We're 28.3 kilometers in for the day, so that's fine. That's what is 28.3 in miles? That's 15 is 24, 25, 26, 27. It's 15, 16, 17. It's a little, maybe 17 and a bit miles. So we still leaves two pretty heavy days for tomorrow and Tuesday, if I want to hit Wiarton by Tuesday evening and maybe have a motel night there. I don't know. But anyhow, I'll figure that out tonight in my tent after I've set my tent up and kind of got in there for the night. But I'm thinking that this will do. 28.3 kilometers. Yeah, I could do more. The issue is at this time I am going back into the woods, and finding a reasonable campsite is significantly harder in the woods than it is like in a place like this. And you know what they say, I think a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush or something like that. But this campsite here, it's here, I can use it, or I will use it. I mean, I think I'm on provincial land here, I'm not sure. But yeah, so it's here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to get set up right here. Okay, stand by, and I'll show you my setup when it's all done. Stand by. Okay, so we're all set up. My little spot here for having my dinner, which I'm about to do shortly. My tent is all set up. I'm right off the trail, look. You can see the trail as it comes down. My backpack won't be there, of course. But yeah, I'm right there, right off the trail. Great little location for morning. Nice, easy on, easy off kind of thing. Again, the trail continues that way into the forest. So yes, we're set up for the night. We're going to have dinner. We're going to relax. And I just kind of hang out for a bit and then climb in, look at my maps, do my calculations, and then maybe a little bit of Facebook, something like that. That's it. That's the end of day 27. Okay. Good morning. Well, today is day 28. We're finishing off breakfast today. I hope this light is working, by the way. I hope you can see me. Anyhow, the breakfast today was 3 oatmeal packages for now and coffee. That's fine. So as I said, today's day 28. It's September the 30th. We started our through hike of the Bruce Trail on September the 3rd. We're now heading north from Owen Sound. Well, okay, second good morning to you. So yeah, day 28, September the 30th. Tomorrow will be the 1st of October. That's fine. And we are on the trail. We had oatmeal for breakfast, as you already know. The trail is starting off really quite challenging this morning. As you recall, where we camped last night was just on the edge of the forest. As we entered the forest, it entered into some really rocky, hilly, rough terrain, which I'm expecting, because I know this next section between Owen Sound and Wiarton is supposedly really quite challenging, and at certain times it has been so far yesterday. So yeah, Gary here, trail name Jasper. Yeah, everything's moving really according to plan. No major issues, other than changing the backpack, if that's a major issue. But apart from that, everything's going great. Let's go. Some nice kind of, well, whether you call it nice, but definitely rocky and hill sections right here. A little bit muddy, but not bad. Nothing that a good set of trail runners won't take care of. Okay. Trail runners, by the way, is my kind of footwear of choice on this hike. I assigned 2 pairs of ASIC Gel Venture 7s for this hike. delighted in their performance. Pretty much blisterless after the first few days of a little bit of, you know, tenderness here and there, which is really quite normal. But after that, no issues whatsoever as far as foot issues are concerned with those shoes. So that is a good thing. Okay, we're just stopping for a well, I thought this was a Snickers bar. In fact, oh, it is a Snickers bar, but it says awkward on it. I don't know. Oh, I get it. It says, who are you when you're hungry? Awkward. But right here it does say Snickers, because I just picked it up off the shelf, 2 of them, a couple of days ago. Snickers bars. Okay. So we are going to eat this Snickers bar right now. Good. This morning it's about 10:30 a.m. We've got whatever kilometers in so far. I haven't looked. But what I did notice was I hadn't run across any water sources this morning. So by 10:30, 11 o'clock, if I haven't done that, I start to look at the map, see where I might find possible water sources. And what I found was there was none throughout pretty much the whole day that my trail kind of passed by, crossed over. So I had to come off trail about 1 kilometer, half a mile, whatever, to a water source like you see here, which is essentially a pond or swampland, if you can see over there. So I have no problem filtering from that. I'm sure the water's pretty good. But what I did do, I did filter 2 liters, and in each liter I added 1 tablet, and 1 tablet is good for 1 liter. For purification purposes. So it was filtered and purified with a tablet. So kind of a double process. And the reason I do that is because I have a basic rule of thumb that I'm sure we've talked about before, but if not, I'll mention it now. If the water's kind of clear running, I filter. If it's sat water like this, I filter and tablet. And it just kind of gets worse from there as far as what the process I'll use, depending on the water. But to me, I thought, you know what, I'm going to filter and I'm going to tablet just to be on the safe side. So yeah, so now we have to climb this horrendous climb that we came down to get back to the actual trail. So it's probably taken an hour of my time. We're going way back up there, but I do have full water again, which is important. Okay. We're going to make this climb and get back on the trail. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Take a moment and just take a look from this lookout point. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. And one of the good things is, as you can maybe see from the sky, there's blue up there, there's gray up there. The rain, so far, I'm being very lucky. Yesterday and today, last night, no rain. Woke up this morning, and by the way, this morning there was no condensation and no morning dew, which means my tent was perfectly dry, just the way it was when I put it up last night. That's a bonus. And no rain last night, no rain as of yet today. It's probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm guessing I'm around 14 kilometers into the day, guessing. I haven't checked my map, but I should. But yeah, I really just wanted to take a moment and show you that view because it's absolutely beautiful from that lookout point from up here on the escarpment. Yeah. Okay. We shall continue. We're still pushing towards Wiarton, hoping to make Wiarton by tomorrow evening. Although The terrain is quite challenging. So not the worst I've seen, but right now I'd really like to be laying down those miles because I have a long way to go to actually get to Wiarton by tomorrow evening. But anyhow, we can do what we can do, and that is what we shall do. Yeah. Okay, something here I want to show you. These are called, or I think they're called, something like balloon mushrooms. Now that one is probably twice the size of a football. So is this one. And the smaller one over here is about the size of, say, a volleyball or something. But yeah, they're actually mushrooms. I just wanted to show you those. Oh, they're kind of interesting. Okay. The day continues. The trail's challenging today, that's for sure. But we do kind of keep pushing forward, so hopefully we can get the miles done. Well, we're not actually in a position to see a clear sunrise, simply because of all the trees. However, there's a beautiful, beautiful orange ball rising into the sky above the horizon. We get a glimpse of it through the trees, but not a lot. Trail is rocky, very challenging this morning, but then again, it's pretty much like that all the time. So we're well accustomed to it now. Today being day number 29 of our 1010 kilometer through hike of the Bruce Trail here in Ontario. So, Gary here, trail name Jasper. Welcome to my channel. Yesterday proved to be a very, very exciting day. However, I did run out of battery power yesterday, and I was simply unable to record things such as the first bear scat on the trail. So we are now definitely in bear country, which we expected, which we knew about once we pushed essentially north out of Owen Sound towards the peninsula, or deeper into the peninsula. We knew it was bear territory, black bear now. We're not talking grizzlies, we're talking black bear. So yeah, first bear scat yesterday, which meant now we've gone into kind of a food handling mode in bear country, if you will. And really for me, all that means is essentially being quite careful with what I'm doing with my food, and on a night making sure now my food bag, which is watertight and airtight, goes into a sack or a bear bag and is hung each night in the trees. I don't use a bear canister here. Again, we're talking black bears. We're not talking grizzlies, and bear canisters are not mandatory here. However, some kind of bear bag, if you will, even though I don't believe it is mandatory on the trail, is highly, highly recommended. So yeah, we choose the Ursack bear bag for this particular hike. So yeah, we did that last night. We hung our food in the bear bag, in the trees. Thunderstorms last night. But you know what? We're doing fine. We're pushing towards Wiarton today. We'll be in Wiarton hopefully by this evening, all things being well. It's about a 26-kilometer hike from where we camped last night to Wiarton. We've been on the trail for about 20 minutes this morning, slightly earlier than normal. and slightly darker than normal. The reason why, today being a Tuesday, I think in the community, which is a smaller community of Wiarton, it's not a big kind of town, if you will, it's a small town. Stores probably close around 6 o'clock, so I want to make sure I get there, if I can, with lots of time for my resupply. What a beautiful view from this lookout, and that's where we're going. Maybe you can see the white cliffs in the distance. I don't know if it shows up on the GoPro or not, but that's where we're heading over the next several days. North to Tobermory. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view. Wow. It's only about, maybe 9:15 in the morning. Again, day 29. But I've stopped again to make coffee. The reason I'm doing that now is because when I left my camp this morning, I had only a very small amount of water, just enough to make a small amount of oatmeal, which I did. And I had an orange. And just down the road, there was a gentleman taking out his garbage, and I asked him, and he did fill me a 1-liter bottle of water. That's great, and I thank him for that. That's a trail angel right there, with magic, trail magic. So I'm making coffee, and I'm going to have one of these. I've carried these with me, really, from Niagara Falls, and I haven't had one yet. And it's apple almond crisp, and it's an Alpine Air product. I'm not big into the pre-packaged kind of meals. These are really quite expensive, and this is an apple crisp, if you will, with almonds and granola and that kind of thing. So it can be used as a breakfast or anything else, but excuse me, they're really quite expensive. These were about 40% off, and I bought several and some other things, such as a vegetarian pasta with mushrooms, which was okay at best. It wasn't great. And regularly they're like $12 Canadian. I think I got mine for about $8 Canadian, but still quite expensive when I can make mashed potatoes, ramen noodles, and a canned meat, all for around a $3 price point. Anyhow, I just wanted to tell you that and just kind of fill you in. So yes, don't be afraid to ask the public. Knock on a door, you see somebody working around their house, say, hey, sir, ma'am, would you fill a bottle of water for me, please? 99 times out of 100, they will. Nobody's ever said no to me. And I have asked quite a few times in my hiking career, so yeah, just a point. Don't be afraid to ask for water. Okay, I'm gonna have my coffee. Absolutely beautiful, stunning views across the escarpment. My goodness, it's magnificent. Now, the way the trail leads, really from just a few miles back, really, but the way the trail leads up to Tobermory from this particular point leads me to think those particular views across the bay, the islands, the cliffs are going to be with us for the rest of our hike, all the way to the northern terminus in Tobermory, which will be absolutely stunning, especially if on a night I'm lucky enough to come across a little site to put up my tent, which would be kind of overlooking the bay like that, because that would be absolutely magnificent. It would be stunning. What a restful, beautiful place to spend the night. But hey, I do believe that kind of view is going to accompany us all the way to Tobermory. Again, we just opened up. Now here's a fire pit, which means the local people come here So they know where to go. But take a look here. Oh my. Whew. Take a look at that. Wow. I believe this is called Culpoise Bay or something like that. Culpoise or Culpoise Bay. I think it's Culpoise Bay, which runs into Wiarton, which of course is the town we're heading to. And we're around, about 15 kilometers from that town now. And again, that's a resupply town for us, as we've said already. Yeah. So yeah, views like that, following us all the way to Tobermory. What an inspirational kind of motivation to keep moving north and keep moving forward to reach that northern terminus, because those scenes are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. How lucky I am to be here today. Again, it just keeps opening up into the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenes. You know what? I agree. Maybe I do use the word beautiful a little too much, but it just really is. Anyhow. Okay. I just ate a Snickers bar. That means I'm hopefully going to be able to lay down some miles here and get us to Wiarton. As I say, around 15, maybe 15.5 kilometers, about 10 miles to get there. Not sure of the time right now, probably around 10:30, maybe 11, something like that, I'm not sure. And we're about somewhere around 10, 11, 10.5 kilometers in for the day so far. So yeah, let's keep moving forward and let's utilize that sugar and those peanuts in that Snickers bar. Yeah, so on the trail, we go right past some hangars here at the Wiarton Airport, and an old derelict low-wing twin. I'm going to say it's a Piper Apache. I don't think it's an Aztec. I think it's an Apache. But you know what? I don't know. It could be an Aztec. I don't know. Anyhow, I wanted to show you that little bit because, yeah, it's kind of interesting to be walking right kind of almost through airport property. Now down here, I've no idea what this is all about, but those are cement caskets. The wooden casket of a deceased person is placed before burial. No idea what they're doing here. Strange. I do notice on this side of me, they're digging ditches. That, to me, is really curious. I've never seen anything like that before. Just, these are cement caskets that the wooden casket goes inside, and then the individual is buried in that. But what would they be just doing here? Wow. I don't know about that, but anyhow. Okay, right now the trail is taking us on top of this kind of dig out from the trench that they're digging, and that's where the trail takes us, right on top of that. Okay, so right here is the parking area, trailhead. Also looks like it serves as the community pool area and so on, the harbor, marina, and so on. So right here, and it's called the Wiarton Beach, Pavilion, Splash Pad, Swimming Pool, Tennis Courts. You'll notice there is a picture of, or a facsimile, if you will, of a gopher or a ground dog head, a white one. Well, that would be the world famous Wiarton Willie. Now, Wiarton Willie, and there's a big dispute about this, by the way. Some say he's second to Puxatawny Phil. Some say Puxatawny Phil is second to Wiarton Willie. I don't know, but I don't think they've ever made a movie about Wiarton Willie. Just saying, just saying.